Stray Kids dropped a new album, so let's talk about it. Today we're going to go through each track of the new Rockstar mini album and talk about parts I enjoyed, the highlights, as well as one or two things that I would tweak. I tried really hard not to watch the stage videos to save my first listen for when the album came out, but that lasted about 2 hours. There was a lot of talk after Megaverse came out that it sounded a lot like older SKZ music, specifically pre-Go Live. And now listening to the whole track, I think that's because of 3 distinct musical elements: heavy 808s, snares, and this electric atmospheric soundscape that they put on throughout the track. These 3 elements are heavily used in the pre-Go Live era of music and a lot in the Clay Mero album. There's a lot of vocal doubling in this song, but the one I want to focus on the most is Chan's first verse because I think this is really cool songwriting. He's talking about breaking the fourth wall, and what you hear is his main verse backed up by like a half-second delay of the same verse. And to me, I see this as the audio equivalent of breaking the fourth wall that we typically see in a movie or a TV show. It does make you want to replay this part again. La 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 as if Thunderous and Maniac had a baby. Yes. I was really looking forward to this song because Jungin and Jisung mentioned a more melodic flow in the chorus, and while it is there, I do wish there was more of a melodic line, at least lyrically, present throughout rather than the repetitive chant format that they've done in previous title tracks. With that said, it's still super catchy and I feel like it's effective for what they were trying to achieve. This song is genius to me because of how well it paints the storyline. The music video follows either the younger kids or other trainees overcoming stage fright and going through the emotions of joy, sorrow, anger, and pleasure to eventually gain confidence and perform on stage. If you hear the story and never see the music video, you can hear it in the song. Up until the pre-chorus, the energy is continuously building and the song is rallying for you to come forward, encouraging you to stand up and achieve these great moments. Then you hit the conflict part of the hero's journey in Felix's bridge, which gives off an eerie, uncertain feeling. This part is also cleverly done because after the second verse, you would be expecting the hook once more. They also make you anticipate this even more because the beat in Chan's pre-chorus is faster than Seungmin's pre-chorus. All of this will come together in the refrain where you feel the bursts of emotion and celebration that they're all experiencing. Props to the production crew of the music video for creating a visual counterpart that fits so well. The rock version is also super sick and I love the grungier, deeper vibe of the song. I don't know how else to explain it, but it felt like I was levitating the second the song started. It felt very forward, in your face, not in the disruptive, noisy way of various productions, but it just felt like it was playing right in front of my face. Can't talk about Blind Spot without mentioning Chan's beautiful bridge. This line was so suited for him to say, knowing his background, dedication, and sustenance he's done and continuously does for Stray Kids. And I love that he carries out the emotion with his pretty falsetto. This song feels like it was made by Stray Kids for Stray Kids first, that they are sharing to us to gain strength all together, which I think is really neat. I usually go through an entire album before repeating any song, but 5 seconds into Conflict and I knew I had to listen to it again because the parts are so different, but in traditional Stray Kids fashion, they do work well together. 3 highlights of this song for me are Lino's addictive verse, Hyunjin's second verse rap, which I think is one of his best rap deliveries, and he's really just continuing to improve with every album, and Maknae line swearing because who doesn't want more of that. Cover Me is hands down my favorite song from the album. I've listened to it no less than 30 times and I will just continue to raise that number. I was already quite giddy and eager to hear the whole song from the teaser that they put in the Skizflix teaser. I could not stop thinking about it because I knew it would wreck me. It has everything that I love about a strong pop rock ballad, which are strong guitar lines, pretty melodies, pretty vocals, sustained long notes. And I also really appreciate and I'm glad that Hyunjin got greedy and asked the members to sing in full voice at the end of the song because the impact is crazy. The only thing I would change is finish Jisung's last note with a short run, then end with a fade out because that would feel more complete for me. Cover Me is also co-produced with Nico Young, who's basically always there whenever there's a pretty or strong guitar line in a Stray Kids song, so I knew that this would be one of my favorites quite early on. An old school inspired track with pretty melodic raps and vocals, it's hard to go wrong. I'm obsessed with the melody of the pre-chorus because it encapsulates the yearning behind the lyrics so well. And Leave is just like the quintessential Changbin love breakup song, so it's always a nice vibe. And I do like that it's a bit nostalgic. Bang Chan really stood out in this album for his diverse deliveries in both rap and vocals. I love that he got to show his pretty tone and had a lot of stand-up moments, especially in Megaverse Blind Spot and Cover Me. The songs in this album stand out individually, but the album lacks cohesion in terms of having cohesive musical themes. With that said, I do see this as more of a purposeful outcome as compared to Ordinary, which I did have the same thoughts about. It's able to show the fact that they can be rock stars in various soundscapes. Rockstar has less emphasis on showing off what they can do, and rather it feels like it's a relaying of thoughts and emotions that they're having at this point in their career. The album gives off a slight subdued feeling because it doesn't really show any musical motif that they haven't done before. In fact, it does have a lot of callbacks to previous SKZ music, especially in the first couple tracks. To me, this comeback statement is that they're artists who've exhibited what they're capable of and who are now honing their craft while discovering new innovative ways to present their musicality.